how you been? I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. You're saying, Ellie, where the fuck have you been? I know. Well, it all started at the end of November. The day started quite normally. It was a Friday. I'd gone out for coffee with my mate Sue. We'd gone and had a mooch around the shops because it was close to Christmas. Snipped into Costa, had a coffee. Well, I actually had a fruit tea because I'm on the fucking diet. But anyway, that's beside the point. And I've come home, made campfire stew, diet one. And that night, that's what we had for dinner. Other people call it tea, I call it dinner. And then about 9 o'clock at night, my husband had gone to bed because he's getting on. Oh, 6 months older than me. Anyway, so he'd gone to bed and I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, oh, I've got this pain in my side, it won't go. It was just under my ribs, on my right, won't go. I tried everything. I went to bed, I was lying flat, I was getting up, I was walking around. Pain just wouldn't go, and it just got worse and worse and worse. I think at one point, I was lying on the living room floor with my feet up the wall, just trying to make, because I'd got hot as well with the pain. And in the end, I just gave in and called 111, I think it is, that we've got here. Rung them up, said to them, I can't make this go. And the pain was so bad I couldn't speak. Turns out, fucking gallstones, infected gallstones. So the nurse went, you'll need to eat less fat. So me being me, I went, you taking the piss, love? I went, I've been on a diet since the beginning of July. I says, I says, I don't eat fatty stuff. I said, in fact, I think at that time I'd lost about 3 stone. And she went, that ties in then. And I'm like, and she went, yeah. She says, we tend to find after 3 or 4 months of people dieting, sometimes some people get, so apparently they get gallstones. Apparently your body continues to make the same amount of bile because of the fatty foods that you were eating before, or whatever reason, I don't know. But it was making the same amount of bile. And then because you're not using it because you're on a diet, it ends up getting solidified and turning into gallstones. And then they got infected and blah, 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 blah. So consequently, I was out of action for quite a while. And then when I felt a bit better just before Christmas, I ended up with man flu. Thanks. That was my honey. My hubby gave me that. Yeah, he had it first and then decided to share. He's such a gem. So yeah, I ended up with man flu, so that knocked me out for another 3 or 4 weeks. And also we've had this bloody election thing going on here and this Brexit bollocks. So yeah, it's been quite a strange time over here in the UK. So if anyone of my subscribers or viewers that aren't in the UK, it's fucking mental over here. Hopefully, I'm just hoping that everything's going to calm down. But apparently it's all kicked off because the government have introduced a points-based immigration system. So that's just been introduced over here. So, and apparently you can't come over here if you earn less than 25 grand a year. But I don't know loads of English people that don't earn 25 grand a year, if I'm honest. There's very few and far between. So really it's all a load of bollocks, if I'm honest. It's just, I can't. And the mainstream media over here, they were biased and outwardly hostile towards all the other parties, and the one that actually got in, they hid a lot of stuff and get away with stuff. And there was one woman on the TV, and someone had said to her, how do you feel about the leader of the Conservative Party? This Boris Johnson. And she went, and I kid you not, and this will stay with me till the day I die, right? This party, their leader, is a habitual liar, right? And he comes across as being a clown, but I think it's all an act. And this woman sat there and she went, oh, I know he's a liar, but I just like him. Seriously, get a fucking grip of your life. So, I'll tell you what, if my kids were lying, they'd get a fucking slap round the back of the legs. No, obviously not now, because the youngest one's 27. Is he 27? Yeah, he's 27. I had to think about that then. If he ever sees this, he'll go, "Oh, see, I told you don't know how old I am." I know when your birthday is. That's all you need to fucking know, sunshine. So, yeah. But, I know he's a liar, but I just like him. Really? Really? The man's a liar? He's lied about so much, even about the manifesto, the Tory party manifesto, they've lied about it. And don't get me wrong, apparently all politicians are liars. But personally, I think you would be better off going for the people that are going to do the most for the people rather than the ones that are not. These lot are all right if you're rich, and like I say, there's a majority of people in this country, be them immigrants or not, they don't earn 25 grand a year. Maybe in London, not the rest of the UK. So it's all a load of shit. But anyway, I promised my kids that I wouldn't talk politics, so this is where I shall stop and say I'm back. I hope you haven't missed me too much, but I kind of hope you have. I've got some videos coming up. I'm going to do some on how I do my face, so how I put my makeup on in the mornings. I don't wear a lot of makeup. I know some of you are probably saying, "Ellie, you really fucking should." But hey, it is what it is. And also about how I do my hair. So I do my own hair as well. So not cut it. Mind you, actually, I did actually trim my fringe. But don't tell my hairdresser because she'll strangle me. Oh, leave your fucking fringe alone. So yeah, it's because I can't see. And then when I can't see, I have to like give it a little in the bathroom mirror because otherwise I'll end up not walking into shit. Have you ever seen someone walk into a lamppost in real life? Funniest thing I've ever seen in my whole life. And the bloke he was walking down the road, and he was like, he wasn't watching what he was doing. And he just walked into this lamppost. I was in the passenger in the car, right? And I'm sat there, and I'm looking around, and this bloke's walked into this lamppost. And you see, when you do something like that, you furtively go like this, don't you? To see if anyone watched. Well, that poor fucker saw me going. So yeah, I saw you. It was a long time ago, but I saw you. But yeah, poor bastard. I bet he was like, "Oh, never." So yeah, there I saw him. But yeah, it's the funniest thing ever. I mean, hopefully he wasn't hurt. He didn't look very hurt. Just his pride. But yeah, I've done it myself, if I'm honest. I've walked into a lamppost. But I'm the sort of person that I laugh. So if I hurt myself, I laugh. Just like, that was really funny, wasn't it? Blood pouring down my head. But yeah, so there you go. So I shall catch up with you all soon. I've got some bits and pieces coming. I've got some stuff from Yes Style. I bought a microscara. So I don't know, it looks really good idea. It's a little tiny little brush. Like, I think it's 1.5 mil wide, this brush. And I've got it for my bottom lashes because when you get old, I know I say it all the time, but when you get old, it's because I am fucking old, right? When you get old, shit falls off your face. So you'll put mascara on, and because your eyes tend to be a bit more watery, it tends to end up round here. So yeah, but yeah, so I'll catch up with you all soon. I'm going to put my makeup video on. I shall do that a bit later on. And yeah, I'll speak to you soon. I missed you gazillions. Actually, I have got something to say. So, making this video today, it's about a week after. Is it a week? Nearly a week. 4 or 5 days since Caroline Flack committed suicide. Now, I never knew her, but I will say this, okay? In a time where social media and mainstream media are far too influential in our lives, people really need to be nice to each other. I rip the piss out of me because I can, because it's me, right? if I rip the piss out of me, that's entirely up to me. I know when to stop. I know when I'm going to offend me. But I just think it's sad in this day and age where we've got... I mean, when I was a kid and we didn't have technology like it is now, the first PC I ever had, I was 33 and I'm 50, 20 years ago. We didn't have a PC when I was young, when I was a kid. And for the first 6 months when we got our first PC, I wouldn't go near it. I was like, oh, no, I'll break it. Seriously. So, I mean, all the technology and stuff that we've got at our fingertips, and yet we choose to be spiteful to each other. Really? Anyway, just thought I'd get that out there. Like I say, missed you loads. I shall speak to you all soon. Take care of yourselves and each other. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye! Mwah, mwah, mwah. Missing you already. Love you, bye.